this month I'm exploring my reflections on the year that has passed. So if that's something that's of interest, then keep watching. In my blog this month I explore my reflections on 2025 from a work perspective. But today I thought I might look back at 2025 from a personal perspective. It was a year in which I felt far more pulled into events that are occurring around the world, whether that was a real big shift in terms of the US presidency and how they were behaving, whether it was some of the erosion of civil liberties that came alongside that, or whether it was the ongoing war and some of the aggression that was going on in terms of Gaza and in terms of Ukraine. And I felt that it pulled me much more into what was happening in those areas and how that made me feel. And when I spoke to some friends about this, some friends told me they just stopped watching the news, which is obviously potentially a personal choice in terms of how you protect yourself. I felt more and more that I wanted to observe more of it and better understand what was happening in the UK and around the world. But I think I had to find how I struck a balance with that. How did I ensure that I understood what was happening and how different leaders were behaving, and perhaps trying to understand how they were behaving and the impact of that behaviour, at the same time as not losing focus on what was within my gift and my sphere of control, if you like. And the reason why I discuss this today is really just, it's a point of reflection for me to think about how I engage with media, where I engage with media outlets, what I trust in terms of media outlets, and what I can do in terms of that information. And it's a great point, I think, really for all of us to sit back and think, how am I feeling about what's going on as 2025 comes to an end, and what can I do about it, and how do I ensure that it isn't distracting me from the things that are as important, if not more important, in my life? What do I need to do more or less of? Where do I need to get my news from? What do I need to keep my focus on? And how do I set off into 2026 on the right foot? So if that's something that has been playing on your mind, then perhaps talk to friends and family and those people that you trust, or those people you trust in terms of giving a balanced perspective on these things. And just check in with yourself and ask yourself, do I need to change course at all? But anyway, however you're celebrating the end of the year, I wish you a very happy end of the year and all the best for 2026. Coaching helps individuals and teams at all stages and in all sectors. So if you'd like to know how coaching and other leadership development services could be of use to you, go to davidalcottcoach.com and press the Get in Touch button on the home page for a free conversation about how they could work for you.